Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a model kit and to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Baer Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you're not yet a subscriber, you can say hi or use other people's emotes. Or if you want to lurk, you can just lurk. Be a lurker. That's cool. Harold is here asking how everyone is tonight. I'm doing great, Harold. I'm doing all right on a Monday. Mr. Bob is here. Hey, Mr. Bob. Lord Crashins here saying, hey, Pat. Hey, Lord Crashins. And Meadow at last is here saying, Suletta Sunday. That's right. New episodes of Witcher Mercury come out on Sundays, so it's Suletta Sunday. But because we don't talk about that, because I don't stream on Sundays, we talk about it on Mondays, so it becomes Mercury Mondays or Witcher Mercury Mondays. That's how we do it here. It's also Manga Monday because I always talk about a manga, except when it's Manhwa Monday, because sometimes it's Manhwa Monday. Lord Crashing is here. Lashberg is here. We had a great crew already. Welcome everybody. Tonight's agenda: working on the Zeta 3 Karaba version. We're working on the weirdest part, which is the waist chest area. Bobby Dice Roller is here saying, hi, Pat and chat. Hi, Bobby. And I'll show you the mechanic of this. I did a little bit more since Saturday stream just to kind of get to a point because I was confused about a part, so I decided I was going to figure it out. I have figured it out. It is weird, and we'll talk about that. Bobby is currently trapped under a cat. I understand sometimes cats decide this is where I live now, and this is where you live now. And you can't really get away from it. I gotcha. So yeah, we'll talk about this weird kit. We're working on that. We've got a manga to talk about, some anime to talk about in the second hour. Got some maybe some video game talk, some wrestle talk, a bunch of different things coming up in conversation tonight as we work on this model kit. And I think that's it with my preamble. I believe I'm done preambling. Oh, hey! Bobby Dice Roller just gifted 5 subs, so we got to talk about that before we get in there. So let's throw the Baer Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, the emote in the chat. Thank Bobby. I'm going to read the names of all the people. Silver Streak. We know Silver Streak. Silver Streak is fantastic and is a mod over for... we'll probably see Silver Streak in the chat for our friend Mary, because I believe Mary's doing... Mary Kish might not be streaming on her own channel. She might be doing something with somebody else tonight. I don't know. Normally it's Merry Monday, but it might not be tonight. But anyway, Silver Streak we know from that. Patent Rouge, don't know. Coleman, I know Coleman from the Plastic Model Weekender. Vectroid Live, that's my friend Ra Ra. That's lovely. Lovely that Ra Ra now won't see ads when she pops in the stream. She's finishing up a thing. We'll be live soon. Great, Lord Crescent. Yeah, she was doing some kind of live stream thing with some other people. And Miss Kitty Core, which is a very good name. Ms. Kitty Core is a good username. A+. But thank you so much, Bobby, for that. You have gifted 87 in the channel total, lifetime. That's a whole lot of gifted subs. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that very much. It also means when some gifted subs that came in last month, when those expire, it'll take a little while before we drop down below 40. We won't say anything about that because I say once we hit 40, I don't talk about it, so I won't talk about it. But yeah, we're at 45 right now. I guess I'll say that. We're at 45 of our goal of 40, so that's very good. Now, actually, we should work on this model kit. Replying to my own tweet, checking a notification that I got. That was just Harold retweeting. Thank you, Harold. It wasn't just, but that's what that was. And I appreciate that. And yeah, very kind, very nice, very good. Here we go. Okay. Oh, I got to adjust this here. There we go. Center that. Sorry. Got a little discombobulated there, but we're good. Okay, so, Pat, I love to support you. You put so much good energy into the world. I appreciate that, Bobby. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. But yeah, I appreciate that, and I'm sure the folks will appreciate their gifted subs. So what's going on with this kit? We started with the feet, because this is a real grade, and you often start with the feet. We started with the feet, we built the legs, and then we started working on the waist, and then the head. And that doesn't make sense. And then when I show you that this head moves, like there's a mechanic that moves this head up and down, because this kit transforms into a flight mode. And part of that apparently is this whole weirdness. So we built the crotch and then we put a head on top of it, which if you ask some people is like, well, what certain people are just like. Am I right? Yeah, you know, wink. This kit has really cool colors. It does. There are two reasons why I picked this kit from other pre-orders, things I could have also gotten at a time, right? Because that's always the thing. If I have some money to put aside to buy model kits for pre-ordering on Premium Bandai, I often look at what's available and kind of pick from that. I picked the Karaba version because I love the colors. I think it is fantastic. Even if it comes with a sheet of weird stickers that I have to worry about, all of these stickers have to go on this kit. It's fine because I think the color scheme is beautiful. I really like the light gray, the dark gray, or like the off-white, I should say, the dark gray, and then mixing in this mauve color as well, I think is fantastic. Also, this is a real grade I've never built before. It's an early 2012 real grade, and I hadn't built it before. And I don't think I should say this, I don't think I've ever built a Zeta. This is a Zeta 3. I don't think I've ever built a Zeta on stream. I might have done it before I started streaming years ago, but I don't know. So I feel like that's more than a reason to pick up this kit. We are down to just this one eye because we use the other ones. I have so many extra parts from this kit, which I think is fine. The only part, and I don't mind, if something happens and I have to pull one of the other colors to make this work, I'm fine with that. The only exception is I don't want to lose this point here, which will open up to be our V-fin. Our V-fin folds and then opens up. I don't want to lose this V-fin because the other version of it that I have is the gold color. And I think that's going to... There is enough gold in this kit that it wouldn't be too bad because, there's the neck and here you can see. But I just think that doesn't look as sharp. So hopefully it won't do that. But it is nice to have some backup parts because their solution to the original version of the Zeta 3, they didn't want you to have to use a lot of color correcting stickers. So they just gave multiples in different colors, which is fun. But then the Karaba version means, actually we need all these colors. We do need stickers to color correct. So kind of takes it away from it. All right. So now we're building the sides of the chest, which is interesting. So we need F and H for that. So let's get H out here. All right. You know me. I'm always keeping an eye on what's going on in the world of Twitter because it is fun to dunk on Musk because of just his whole fucking thing. And outside of him conversing with garbage people left and right, outside of all of that, the thing that he talked about today, not a tweet from Twitter support or from Twitter security or anything like that. Not an official tweet, just a tweet from the CEO of the company saying what people have suspected for a while, which is we're purging accounts that have had no activity at all for several years. So you'll probably see follower count drop, which means that if people who have passed away or abandoned Twitter and didn't delete their account, they just left it, their accounts, may go away. Is that why I logged into the League of Heels account and tweeted from the League of Heels account? Yes. People were like, partially because, this is poor timing on my part. Tickets just went on sale for PAX West. And so some people thought that that myself or Aaron were teasing y'all. That we were like, hey, haven't tweeted in a while, huh? We're not. I'll tell you what I also said in the account. We don't have any plans for any shows. This was not a tease or a hint. This was merely just it's nice that people think of us. I literally posted something because I don't want that account to be deleted for inactivity. Yes, Lord Crashington. It apparently the way to do it is if you quit is to delete your account, or to, if for purposes of you no longer can maintain it, I guess put in your will, folks, if you want people to post your from your Twitter accounts and keep you active. So you had to see, like, oh, I don't know, today the sister of Harris Whittles tweeted, because his tweets bring comfort to people. So she didn't want to lose the account to get closed. And that sucks. Sucks a lot. That is something that someone has to do. Yeah, it really, really is rotten. So I guess what I'm saying is, I don't have anything. There's nothing important to say about that. It's just rotten. Yeah, I don't have anything cool to say there. Okay, so wait. Okay. Push it like that, and then, oh, you fold it down I was folding it the wrong way, everybody. I was like, this doesn't look right, and it wasn't. This part here snaps into the side of this kit. So these side pieces, the chest piece here, does not actually interlock anywhere except for this other piece. I need to remind you that this kit is weird. It's weird as heck. Does that actually go here? No, that doesn't feel right. So it's got to go the front way. No, that was right. Which is right? It's this way. Okay. Yeah, every part of this kit is weird. I'm going to get my spudger here. Those accounts should be archival stat. Yes, they should. Yes, you should be able to inform Twitter that the person would like this account to, that you would like this account to go into an archival state, and they should say yes. And it's weird that that's not just an easy thing. Okay, so we've now included the chest piece here, and I think if these pop out, and then this can rise up. Again, every part of this kit is weird. I must remind you. We're going to panel line this now because I think there are other parts that go on over this. So I got to figure out. We're going to put the legs on next. Such a weird fucking kit. So that's our update on Twitter. Nothing much to say there. Keep it on Twitter. I talked about PAX, the Penny Arcade Expo. Badges go on sale May 31st if you are looking to go. No word on yet if they are. So, the Penny Arcade Expo and Reed is in a weird situation where a large portion of the audience wants masks. They want to wear masks. And PAX wants to make sure that its fan base is happy. So they are happy to say, yes, masks are required. The state government does not want a mandate for an event like that because they want to sell as many tickets as possible for their events, because they want to get as many people in there and have local businesses have food and flights and all that shit. The venues don't want to require staff to have to wear masks, and they don't want a mask mandate. Now, PAX, Reed has shown that its audience wants masks. So what will happen probably this time, we're going to talk about the Nintendo thing, Mr. Bob. Yes. PAX, and by extension Reed, what they will probably do is They will probably do what they've done in every PAX for a while now, which is not say anything until people freak the fuck out about it, and then take the collective of, look at what our audience is saying, we're going to do the mask mandate again. And that is most likely what will happen. So you will see a lot of people who get very angry because it's like, hey, why aren't you requiring masks? And the reason is because they are currently constantly arguing with venues and the city and the state about it every time. Do I think there will be a mask mandate for PAX West? Yes. Do I think that PAX will announce that when tickets go on sale? No. That's pretty much where we're going to be at there. Ghostfowl said, I came back from PAX East without getting sick. I'm pretty sure there are people who will pass without masks. Yeah, I mean, like, the mask mandate or PAX is peace of mind. It is to be welcoming to a lot of people that wouldn't be able to go otherwise. It certainly helps with a lot of it. As you may remember, convention crud, con crud is a thing. The PAX Pox is a thing without masking, without pre-pandemic. Lots of people got sick. There was an outbreak of swine flu from PAX West, and PAX West existing made the swine flu cases spread. It literally was a spreader event. So I am not opposed to masks for a convention like that. Somewhere in here, in the process of putting this kit together, the fin has come off. I'm going to do some internet research to see if I am applying this fin wrong, the V-fin, but this V-fin does not want to stay in properly. So I am going to be constantly looking for that. Yeah. I mean, yes, you certainly do. If you are in and among a lot of people, yes, the PAX Box, as I said, if you are in and among a lot of people, it is for the best, especially in an indoor environment where things are moving around, like a convention where there is recycled air, or on a plane. I would say probably better safe than sorry. You should wear a mask. Am I going to tell you gotta? No. Do I think you should for a lot of immunocompromised people out there, including my dad? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. It would be great if you did. It would be great for a lot of people, not just yourself, if you did. All right. So this goes up, and then there's something that goes down on here. But I don't realize, no, this doesn't go down. Okay. So this, I don't understand. All right. We're going to put the legs on. I'm starting to understand this kit. Also, yes, as mentioned earlier, there is a Nintendo thing. There's going to be a Nintendo thing. It is an installation. It is, Nintendo Live 2023 is taking place in the convention center alongside PAX West. So there will be people there who are not part of PAX West, but it does not seem like there will be many people. It is not just Nintendo's booth at PAX West. There will most likely be doing something else involved in that. So there will be probably more to that than we know right now as far as what's going on at PAX West and that. And badge holders will have a chance to register through Nintendo Live site if you have a Nintendo account. Not everyone who goes to PAX West will be able to go to Nintendo Live. What is Nintendo Live? I don't fucking know. It's an installation they're doing. Most of it will probably also be at PAX. It's using their budget, their E3 budget, for an event. Is it a crime that not everyone gets to go? No, because not everyone gets to go to PAX. And that's just there. So yeah. It's just a fucking installation. People were freaking the fuck out about how now Nintendo won't let a lot of people do their thing. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? How entitled are you? They're just doing an event. They're still at PAX. You can still go. It's just they're doing a special thing. And they've told you about it instead of doing it secretly where they don't tell you about it, which is what every other big company does at PAX. Because guess what? When you go to PAX, there's a cool thing happening that you didn't get invited to. They're just giving you a chance to go to this one. Yeah, but then they'll be told, oh, did you register? No? Okay, enjoy us on the show floor. We're still on the show floor. You can still wait in a very long line to play Zelda on the show floor if you want. Yeah, they're just putting their Ether money. Secret Pack sucks because you find out about it 10 minutes too late. Yeah, I mean, like, there are still private, tiny, cool events that happen at PAX. This one, they're just, like, letting you know a little bit about it. Like, also, we don't know what it is. People were so freaked out about it, and it's just like, it's just an installation. It is either, one, Nintendo spending money that they otherwise would have allocated for other live events, or two, it is Reed making some sort of deal with Nintendo to get Nintendo to agree to go there when they might have been iffy about doing any live events. It is probably a way to lock in Nintendo. PAX West holders with Nintendo account also want to attend Nintendo Live will have a chance to register for a free ticket through a separate promotion. It's taking place through all of PAX. The promotion for Nintendo Live will be offered during PAX West badge checkout process. So you can just, while you're checking out, you can just go and do that. Walk-up tickets on the day event will not be available. It's free. And they're just limiting how many people get to go to it. For most likely any number of reasons. One ticket a day per Nintendo account or Nintendo account family group. Yeah, so it's one time. It also may be to make sure that everyone who goes to PAX has a Nintendo account, which would benefit Nintendo quite a bit. I first got into TTRPGs because the guy who made Fiasco invited me to a private game. Sometimes SecretCon is best con. Yes, certainly. Yeah, I mean, I've like sometimes it's something where it's just like you're hanging out and then suddenly I'm at a venue somewhere with like a weird party. I'm like at a birthday party for someone I don't know. But a bunch of my friends went to it, and suddenly I'm hanging out with my friends at a birthday party, and that rules. Okay, so I'm putting a piece in here that locks the legs in, and these are tiny little parts that, this is almost like, I don't know how to describe what I'm doing right now on this kit. This is almost like, I don't know, like a latch almost. I'm like locking it in place here. But this piece is tiny, and my fingers are not, so it's not going great here. Great, we did it. It's like a catch on like a chain or something, like a bike chain. It sucks for people who are going with friends. Yes, Lord Crashington. If you are going to PAX with friends, there is a chance that one of your friends will get invited to this cool thing randomly, and they just get a ticket for one day. Also, if you buy a ticket, it does not make it totally clear. I assume that if you only bought a ticket for one day of PAX, you would only be available for the drawing for that day. And if you bought a 4-day and you're only going for 3, there's a chance that you could get it for the Monday, but you're not there. I'm sure there's a bunch of ways for people to be inconvenienced, certainly. But also, it's just a free thing that's happening during PAX. Like, I don't know. It's not like people are going to get anything cool there. They're just going to be able to play other Nintendo games, and the lines theoretically will be shorter. And maybe Pikachu is there. Maybe a giant stuffed Pikachu is there. I don't know. I am downplaying how cool it is because I don't know. But it's like, Eh. I mean, Mr. Bob, like, not really. Because, like, the streams are fun, but the streams don't let you play games. You don't get to, like, and, like, not every panel gets recorded. Like, I don't know. I think you kind of be there. Oh, yeah, well, then Street Passes are not a thing that anyone. Nintendo doesn't care about Street Passes, though. So, yeah. Nintendo doesn't even care about like at major conventions. There's not even there's often not even special Pokemon anymore because Pokemon Go is now in its like just keeps making money but isn't a cultural phenomenon anymore. So like yeah, no, there are no special street. You're not gonna find Nintendo employees street passing anymore. They don't have their 3DSs out anymore. Uh, but yeah, uh, yeah, it's just I don't. Apparently, I am alone. Not alone, but I am in the minority where I don't think it's a big deal that this free event has a limited amount of people that can go to it. I don't know. To me, it's just like not a big deal, and I guess it is a bigger deal for other people. Um, but yeah, I read about it and I was like, oh, that's neat. And then I saw a lot of other people being mad about it, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, mostly I was thinking, oh, this is cool for Reed. This is cool to have like a Nintendo thing that's happening there. And it's not a free to the public, open to anyone can come in thing, because that would be like one less cool thing to do at PAX, because they're still a for-profit enterprise that wants you to come to their event. So to have like a thing that's like, hey, if you want to go to this Nintendo Live thing, you got to have a PAX badge, and then maybe you get to go. That's cool. Like, that's their thing. And I guess for some people, the fact that it's not open to the everyone is somehow a crime, and I just don't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, Harold, there was a Street Pass hangout at PAX East. I did hear about that, but that's Nintendo Life doing that. That's not Nintendo. Nintendo, as like to say, like, oh, they don't have like unique Street Passes. Like, you don't get to there. There aren't a couple people walking around with Reggie's me. It's like, yeah, no. I mean, obviously not Reggie, but you know what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, no, that's not a thing. The Switch doesn't have Street Passes, so. But yes, the people on their own were doing an event, and I think that's cool. But yeah, I don't know. I just saw it, and I was like, oh, that's fun. And I didn't realize that there were people who were just like pretty fucking PO'd about it. All right, so this is the chest. I'm not quite sure what they're asking of me. This kit has a lot of instructions and is interesting, I guess I'll say. But because it has a transformation that's pretty detailed, we're just going to like do our best to kind of figure out what it wants from us. And we'll just do our best to kind of figure out like what do you need? What do you want me to do here? And then it kind of shows me what it looks like. But basically, this chest piece is just going to have like a lot of stuff on it, and it's going to have parts that can move so that it can help with the transformation. Is as far as I can tell, that's what it's saying. And this goes like, so this just goes, yeah. So the outside piece, does it fit on both? No. Goes in here and then slides down. Have a good night, Harold. Talk to you soon. Yes, and I knew what you meant, that you were just saying like, oh, there's still people that like the idea of street passing. Yes, but it's not a Nintendo thing that they're interested in. Okay, so it goes like that. All right. Yeah, almost every step of this kit, other than like the legs. The feet were not complicated, but almost every other step of this kit is just really weird. And it's interesting also to think about how, like, none of this kit feels like stuff that I have done since. Like, there's a 2012 kit. Other than the inner frame feels very much like what you do with a kit like this. That definitely feels like that. But every other part of this very much does not feel like something that I would do, that I have done since in the 11 years since this kit came out. Real grades did not go down this path, I guess is what I'm saying. All right, so we got that piece. Now we need I-5, which I assume I also want on the other side. And then that's the middle part. It's going to go in there. So I'm assuming that there's two I-5s. There's I-5 and I-6. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Because I don't see any... Oh, I do see I-6. Okay, I do see I-6. All right. Okay. I'm starting to understand what's going on here. Wait until people figure out there won't be a direct for this event. I mean, they should figure that out. There won't be. I don't know why they would think that Nintendo doesn't do directs around PAX. They're going to do a direct. They're going to do like a direct around the week of non-E3. Summer Games mess. Mr. Brown says, I have the Game Edition Optimus Prime. Gamer Edition Optimus Prime. It's the Prime from the Xbox 360 game, but it's the dumbest name. Yes, the Gamer Edition Optimus Prime does sound like a dumb name. You're not wrong. That does sound like a nonsense name. Congratulations on having a nonsense named kit. All right, so then this goes like this. How do you fit in? It being in September, I suspect everything will be announced for Q4. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Nintendo's going to do their direct, like, you know, they're going to do their thing the week of not E3, and then, you know, I don't know what else we're going to get. All right, so how does this work? Looks like that, and then it looks like this. Nope, that doesn't look right. As I said, friends, this kit it's got a lot of weird plans, like a lot of weirdness. I don't know how this is supposed to fit in. It's one of those things where I'm like, would this make more sense if I could read what it said? And the answer is probably. Yeah. This would probably make more sense if I could read what it was saying. Generally. I'm not saying every kit is like that, but this kit does feel like that. Because I just don't quite understand what's going on every step of the way. All right, I cannot figure this part out. So, have it look like this. Have it look like that. And then this goes in here. And then it swings up. That doesn't feel right at all. All right, I'm going to leave a space because that doesn't seem to fit right like that, but... And I got to do the same thing with the other side. I am not convinced that this is correct, but it's uniform. All right, so we're going to move on now. And we'll assemble. Yeah, because this looks even. But, you know, images aren't always correct on a kit. So this might be right. I don't know. We'll find out as I start putting this together. That's why I have my phone close by with Google Translate for help. That does all sometimes help. I can, I could put it over. But the thing is that Google Translate's not going to help with this. This step has there's nothing in this step other than it needing text. Like this step does not have any good text. It just has, in my opinion, not a high enough quality render. So in that particular instance, I don't think that would help. But there are other times where it certainly does help. Mostly also, this kid is just weird. This is just a weird kid. That happens. Let's see. Okay, we talked about the Nintendo thing. I'll quickly just go through the matches that happened while we were streaming on Saturday from WWE Backlash. Austin Theory retained his title. I think that makes sense. He did it in a heelish fashion, which makes sense. That he was in a three-way fight and he took advantage of the big guys hitting each other to get in and get his win. And I'm like, yep, that makes sense for a heel. That is a very heel thing to do. Do I think he needs to be the United States champion still? Not really. I think Bronson Reed, it would actually really help him to have a run also. It makes sense for him on the brand. It's like, it makes sense, but yes, going back and watching all of it, Bad Bunny's street fight with Damian Priest is probably the best spectacle of the night. The best wrestling match of the night, in my opinion, was the opening bout. Bianca Belair versus Io Sky was the best, wrestling. It was, the best, spectacle fight was Bad Bunny, Damian Priest. But, especially feel good. But Bianca Belair and Io Sky put on a fucking banger, and they got a lot of time to put on that banger. And it was really fucking good. It was a really solid match. So, hats off to them. Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, Bronson Reed. It was fine. It was a match that happened, and there were far worse matches on the card than that. Zelina Vega. I never believed for a second that Zelina was going to win. I thought she had this was her best match since she's came back. A while back there, came back to the WWE. I think by far this was her best showing. I think she is a competent wrestler, but certainly does good work. But Rhea Ripley, it was mostly about the location. And Rhea Ripley is just so over, so well known, so as a heel, but transcends it, is the likable person on her crew, should have a long reign, should have definitely won, but, Zelina got a standing ovation afterwards, which was well earned. She busted her ass to make that a good match. It wasn't as strong as the other match on the card, but it was still great. I'm really hoping if I don't know. Asuka. I was hoping that Asuka was going to stay on Raw because Asuka versus Rhea would have been good. We're not going to get that. But I don't know who faces Rhea Ripley next on the Raw side of Raw brand. And we just had Asuka versus Bianca, so it's not that exciting, but I just want Asuka to do some cool shit soon. See if we can get that. It'd be nice. Yes, crazy. Zelina Vega is Puerto Rican, and it was a good feel-good story for her. Yes, that's why she was in that spot. It's the most high-profile thing she has done in the company outside of wearing gear in a licensing deal, which she has done. But it is, overall, happy for her. Hope that she has more opportunities to do cool things within WWE going forward, because she certainly stepped up and proved herself. But that was a foregone conclusion. She was not going to be able to pick that up. And then Bad Bunny for Damian Priest all over the place. We had lots of, Savio Vega coming out, which was really fun. Having as an enforcer in a way. Carlito coming back. Carlito is wrestling royalty in Puerto Rico, and WWE alumni, and that was very fucking cool and fun to have him out there representing. And yeah, it was just a neat thing. I can't wait for the MG Zeta Verka. Oh yeah, I've looked at some photos of that. That does look very good. I haven't built a master grade. Well, I mean, the last master grade I built is on the shelf or on the box there. Was that? No, yeah, it was Heavy Arms was the last one I built. So it's been a little while since I built a master grade. I do like a good master grade. All right, so then this is going to go in here. This is our chess piece that fits in on some pegs. Try to get these pegs in right. Okay, we got those pegs in right here. Yep. Okay. It feels very flimsy. Let's panel line this now while we have easy access to this gray. This is the darker gray. So we'll use black on. Wait. Yeah. This is the lighter gray, so we'll use gray on it. Saw a rumored angle where Raw, where they're going to do an angle ripped from the headlines and have some wrestlers go on strike, says Lastbrook. If that's true, that's without a question Vince in charge of creative. I mean, not necessarily. If they're wrong, then it's Vince. If they're heels for going on strike. Also, I mean, don't look at. I mean, don't look at anything like that as like like. Look, sometimes the backstage machinations and what's going on, like that could be the thing they're doing, or it could be a pitch that one writer made, and then someone else was telling someone else, who then told someone else. You know what I mean? Like, now, if they're the villains in the story, then yeah, that's a very Vince thing to do. But who knows? All right, these pegs this doesn't want to sit right. Let's see if I can do it like that. Can I push these through? Okay, what if I do that? There we go. Okay, now it's in. Now that feels better. Okay. Just clean this up here. Get an eraser going. And then, so, the back, I just said, don't listen, but the backstage nonsense that has been chatted about, conversations about why Bad Bunny didn't go last. Why was Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest not the main event? Supposedly, it is because of a UFC fight, and they were worried about losing viewers to that. So they put Bad Bunny early, and then they went with the because the looky-loos are interested in watching Bad Bunny, who might not always watch a pay-per-view, whereas the diehards will watch the story of Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus the Bloodline, Sikoa and the Usos. Like that is something that people who are invested in WWE would be more interested in, whereas the people who are just like, Bad Bunny's in a street fight with a guy named Damian Priest? What? Okay, like those folks might go, oh, UFC's on. Never mind. Main event's UFC's on. Or, peace out. I'm not going to watch this anymore. So, and I don't think that's necessarily like the wrong call there. That does seem, there's a logic to it. I don't know if it's true. That is just what the scuttlebutt was. All right, so now I have to see if, did I do this properly? Can I lock these pieces in here? Did I do this My assumption is I didn't, because well, maybe I did. I don't know. This looks pretty okay. I missed an undergating here. I missed undergating on this part, so I'm going to clip those off now. Okay. Yeah, all right. This looks like it might be accurate. I might have done this correctly. Because, yeah, because then I need the fins. Okay, yeah, and then the little parts go on here. I might have put this on right. We'll find out. Anyway, the main event wasn't that great. It was like a multi-man. You'd have like main event a house show or like the main event of a Raw. I know what they were going for. I just don't think that it was particularly great. And like, I don't know. I guess I wanted. This is like a slow-paced story that I think needs to speed up a little bit. Like this, what's going on with Solo and his brothers, and like, is Roman mad at them or not? And maybe we'll find out more soon. But right now I'm like, I don't know. When the Usos lost the belts, that kind of felt like it for me as far as like really caring about the day to day, the week to week, I should say, of this particular organization. But I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. I'd be happy to be wrong on it. But yeah, kind of just like, all right. Kind of good with what's going on. Also, Riddle is involved, and I don't like him. Not really interested in anything happening with Matt Riddle, so that puts a damper on it. Because I'm just like, I definitely like to lose interest in it when you're like, oh yeah, and then also Matt Riddle was there. It's like, bleh, bleh. All right. These don't fit in as good as I would like, but whatever. We're moving on. Getting that together. All right, there we go. We just hit this with the black. Try to get going here. It is warm. We had I think it went up like 10 degrees since yesterday, which is hot. It is definitely in the high 70s right now. We're getting close to 80 degrees. Still, though, it now dropped down to the low 70s, but it's humid. And I am fairly uncomfortable in this room. So I'll say that. Okay, so we have to put the arms on before we put the chest on, it looks like. Because the chest piece is going to lock into the arms. And then that's going to go over this. And then the head is going to pop up into it. I guess. This thing is all over the place. Yeah, okay. Oh, so it's going to go like on, and then the head's going to go up, and then it's going to go over, and I think this locks into that. I don't know. As I said, this kit is wild. So we're kind of done with the chest, which now means we have to start working on the arms. So we're going to work on the right arm here. And we'll get the inner frame piece here, which is 12. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh, the main event. I forgot. That wasn't the main event. It's so funny how it escaped my mind. Because the main event of the pay-per-view was Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. And you're like, Cody versus Brock? That was the main event? It's like, yeah, I guess. Crowd was still into Cody Rhodes, but they also like to see... Hey, I will say, that Puerto Rico crowd, that San Juan crowd was hot as hell and wild and in for it, and they just liked wrestling moves and wrestlers doing wrestling moves, and they were happy to be there, and they were happy to see people do cool shit, and it was a very fun environment. And then also, yes, they were there. They were happy to cheer for Cody, but if Cody was going to get beat up, they were there for it. They were happy for it. They were happy to watch Cody Rhodes get his ass kicked up and down. People are wondering, was that spot planned? Brock Lesnar got bloody. In my mind, Brock was supposed to be hurt by the exposed turnbuckle, but he wasn't supposed to be busted open like he was. That's my opinion. I don't know this for a fact, but that's my take on it, was that it was not meant to be such a that was not supposed to like happen the way it did. That he was not supposed to get busted open like that. Do I know that for sure? Of course I don't. Is that my assumption? Yes, that's my assumption. Is that because in my mind, Cody would want to be bloody, not Brock. Cody would want to get busted open and have to work hard despite, you know, feeling under the weather and being busted open and all that, because that's Cody's thing, because he inherited that terrible trait of wanting to bleed. The idea that red equals green. It's a tried and true wrestling thought. And he's definitely down for that shit. All right, so there's a lot of explanations of what I'm supposed to do here. We're just going to kind of figure some shit out. We'll just kind of make it work. I do have to put stickers. This kit has inner frame stickers, and I've always found that to be really odd. But we'll do it. It's odd, but we will do it. We will put stickers on the inner frame that you can't see, that you'll never see. And I don't know why we're doing it, but this kit does want them, and we will facilitate the thing this kit wants. So we'll get the pieces out that we need here. We're going to take a pause for the cause in a moment or two. I'll talk about ways you can support the channel and go through all that fun times there. We'll do all that, but first I got to put on some parts on this kit and then see if I want to put stickers on there, because I don't know if I do. In the second hour, we'll talk about some anime, and then we'll talk about a manga that I have been reading, that I've been enjoying, that maybe you will also like. I don't know. In the wrestling conversation, really quickly, Yuka Sakazaki has announced her retirement from Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, not from wrestling. Yuka Sakazaki, who's also wrestled in AEW, has been in Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling for a very long time. She has held every title there. She is currently one half of the tag champs. And it looks like she is graduating, which is the term they use, which basically means that she will, and she has said that she has no plans to work for another Japanese promotion. She is planning to move to the United States and be based out of the U.S. Will she do a full deal there? Don't know. No idea. I have no idea if she will go full-time for AEW or be a part-timer or whatever. No idea. Couldn't tell you. If they were smart, they would lock her down. I could see her going to a lot of independents while still working her part-time schedule for AEW. Don't know. But the idea that she's retired instead of just kind of going away and she has no plans to go to Stardom is most likely the fact that she just still has a very good relationship with Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling that she does not want to mess with, because she wants to keep doing business with them. Could she make appearances with them and DDT in the future? Probably. It means that she could have reunion tours and all of that, and everybody would make some money on that happening. So that's kind of where it seems like that's where they're at. She's not retiring from wrestling, which is great, and she is. It would make sense for her to get hired full time with AEW. Because that would be very smart, but we don't know. We don't know if that's going to happen. Again, I think that it would be silly for them to not put the offer out there, but I'm not in charge. All right. I need 22, which is gold here. I like the question, but is Roman Reigns' title too big to lose anywhere else besides WrestleMania? So I could see it at SummerSlam, right? The second biggest show of the year. I do think that losing at WrestleMania is it's got to be a big match, right? And I do think that WrestleMania is a big match. You know what? I'm not putting tiny gold stickers on. Maybe I am. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm gonna put a couple of these tiny gold stickers on here, and I'm gonna look at it, and I'm gonna see if I want to put it on the other one. No one will ever see this sticker. This sticker just lives on this kit. Maybe I like it. I don't know. Um, yeah, I could see. I think Summer. Look, he's not losing either title on you know on TV. He's losing it in a big pay per view match. Uh, is that going to be Money in the Bank? I don't think so. Is that going to be in Saudi Arabia? I don't think he's even going to go to Saudi Arabia because Saudi Arabia, we're going to see, or Saudi Arabia, we're going to find out who the new, like the main event is going to be the finals of the World Heavyweight title, the new title. The new title will go in Saudi Arabia. So I don't think we're going to see that, right? So then it's like, okay, well, if it's not that, what is it? And it's either SummerSlam or next WrestleMania. My prediction is that Cody is going to get taken out of the tournament by Brock Lesnar tonight, and he will not be in that tournament because people are like, he should win it. It's a consolation. It's the funniest outcome. It's like, no, he's going to get beat up, and then he's going to face Brock Lesnar again, and he's going to lose, and then they're going to have their best of 3, and then maybe he'll win that. All right, we did one arm here. Now we're going to do the other arm. And the other arm is basically exactly the same. But, the inverse. But we'll still do everything, including those tiny stickers that I did manage to put on. But I don't know if I like them. I don't know. I don't know if I like inner frame stickers. I felt that way about the Iron Blooded Orphans kits that had them as well. It's just like, I don't know. For people that only build like partial frames, it's kind of neat. But I build the whole kit. And then I don't remove part of the frame to show the inner working. I do think the inner frame is cool, but I'm not out here like, I gotta show everybody how cool this is. I don't know. So we're gonna put it like this. That. And this goes down. And this turns like that. Which then okay. Oops. Yeah. I'll figure this out. I don't know if I've had a sticker on the inner frame that doesn't show on the finished kit. I mean, I can't imagine that these little stickers are going to be visible. The little gold that's there. I don't know, but it doesn't seem like it. Iron Blooded Orphans had stickers on like the hips, but they were always covered by armor, so you never really saw them. Not every Iron Blooded Orphans kit did that, but a lot of them did, and it always felt weird to me. All right, so we'll just put that up there. I'm not going to bother with that. Little bit of nonsense that goes in there. All right, so it goes like that, goes like that. It looks like that. Okay. We're going to finish this little part up, and then we'll take a pause at the cause. I just want to get this together. So then I need D6 again, which is other D6, and then an H2. If it has gaps shown underneath, like eyes, but yeah, if it's something not showing. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I'm going to do them. Maybe they will show, but to me, where I'm looking at this kit on the arms here, I'm like, I don't think those are going to show. I might be wrong, but it doesn't feel like it. But yeah, we'll take a pause to the cause in a moment or two. I'll talk about ways you can support the channel and all that. But I do want to get this one piece in there. I think that's it. Wednesday's Dynamite looks real solid. Lots of great matches. Do I think that Bandito and Best Friends are going to win the titles? Like, no. I don't think that Bandito and the Best Friends are going to win the trios. I'm excited to see what this actual match, format that they're working on is going to look like, what that's actually going to be. I think it's interesting. But yeah, I'm not holding my breath that they're going to win the trios, because it should be Orange Cassidy and Best Friends, if anything. But I also want Best Friends to win titles. That would be cool. And them being friends with Bandito is also fun, and I like it. It's going to be a great match. Totally. It's going to be a very, very fun match. I'm looking forward to it. And then, yeah, I don't know. Having a women's match that has nothing to do with the Outcasts or Jade's title, also cool. I'm a fan of that because I like to see, like, oh, yeah, this is just a feud that's happening, and this is, like, the hottest thing in the division, so we should showcase that. Will I be bummed if somehow it gets roped into the Outcast versus the Originals? Yes. I will be very bummed if somehow it gets roped in. Like, that match doesn't finish because, oh, well, these ladies are mad that they're not a part of it. Or they were brawling on the outside doing their own thing and it spilled into the match and caused the match to be thrown out. Like, that's going to suck ass. So I hope we don't have that because I just want that, I want Julia and Anna to just have their fucking match and get to do it. Is there room for storylines that don't involve the belt? Yes. Yes, there is. It'll be nice. I did this fine on the other one, and I don't know why this one is giving me such a fucking bad time, but it is. I don't know why. The other time I put this on, it was fine. But this one is being like, no. You don't get to just slot in exactly how you want. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that was frustrating. All right, let me put these stickers on right now, and we'll move on to the next step in this kit. There. Tiny stickers, they got to go on. But yeah, I'm excited for Wednesday. Kenny and Moxley in the cage. That should be good. I'm sure there will be shenanigans, but one would hope that a cage there wouldn't be. But we'll see. We'll see. But that does look fun. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of stuff on that card that I was like, oh, all right, okay. Yeah, sure. Well, we'll see. Excited for that, and then, they'll promote whatever the fuck's gonna go on Rampage this week. Oops. And okay. All right, let's take a pause for the cause. This is the opportunity for me to talk to you about ways you can support the channel if you are so interested. Obviously, everything I'm about to say here is optional. You are under no obligation to do any of the things I'm mentioning here. But if you would like to, it would be rad. That would be cool. But again, optional. Don't worry about it. If you're currently a subscriber, though, you can throw the Baer gave the leg of the site, the tier 2 blue emote in chat. Subscribing is an easy way to support what I do here through Cash Money or your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon Prime, you can link that with your Twitch, and you get Twitch Prime. And you could use your Prime Gaming token on me, your friend Pat. Or you could just use Cash Money. Or you could gift a sub like Bobby Dice Roller did. And John and Omega 9X did as well this month, which is rad. Or you could be like Harold, who gave a total of 75 cheers. Bits and coins, always appreciated. Those are I always say that's the easiest way to support what I do here, because that's just like, you're already here in Twitch and you probably have your PayPal or your credit card set up, so you can just do it if you wanted to. But that's not the only way to support me, because I've got a Patreon at patreon.com/PatBaer. Join into my Patreon. There's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. So consider jumping in on that if that's something you'd like to do. That is another way to support me, and it's pretty good over there on the old Patreon. Let's see, is there anything? Yes, there's plenty of other ways to support me. How about my YouTube? YouTube.com/PatBaer. Obviously subscribing on YouTube is free. So if you just want to subscribe on my YouTube, just go right ahead, do that. That would be cool. But while you're there, consider, for $2 a month, you could join and you get my Wednesday videos a day early. So the video that everyone else is going to wait until Wednesday to see, you could see on Tuesday because I recorded it today, uploaded it, and then I'll send it out to people tomorrow. This new one is pretty fucking funny, if I do say so myself. I think you'll like it. I think this crowd will enjoy it. So that's a tease. So those are the ways to monthly support me. But you can also make a direct donation through Ko-fi or Stream Elements or PayPal. You could just directly give me some money that would go towards model kits. Everything I make through direct donations, through YouTube, through Patreon, through Twitch, goes into a fund, and I buy model kits with that. This kit, which I pre-ordered, was because I had the funds available to pre-order it, thanks to your generosity. So I could not have done that without your help. So I appreciate that very much. Thank you very much. Sorry. Thank you very much for your continued support. It means a lot to me. Now, I'm working on this kit for a while. I'm going to continue this kit. We're going to finish this kit, right? We're going to finish the fight someday. We're making good progress on it. When this is done, I will build something from my backlog. Unless someone buys something from my Amazon wish list. In which case, that'll be the next thing that I build. Because things that are bought on my wish list jump the queue. I make a dedicated YouTube video about it. And it becomes the next thing that I build. I've got Lego kits, inexpensive kits, expensive kits, kits with free shipping, kits with Prime free shipping, which is different somehow. Stuff that's on sale. A bunch of different things. There's like a Pokemon kit on this list. There's something from the Sunrise show they put out like last year or 2 years ago that didn't go anywhere. I got one of those kits. The Males kit. Bunch of different stuff. Lots of stuff from Mercury, but some other shows as well. Things that I will be happy to put together. And then at the bottom, there's some gear. Because like maybe you're just like, I don't know, Pat. I don't know anything about model kits. But I do know that I could get you a chair that you could sit on that's more comfortable than the chair you currently have. And you're like, yeah, you could do that. Or buy me a gift card to GameStop so I could buy games to play. And you get PC games, I get a code and put them in Steam. Those are things you could do if you wanted to. All these things are optional. You don't have to worry about it. My alternative to that is Throne. I have a wish list on Throne because some people just don't want to spend money on Amazon. And I fucking get it. I understand you. So there's a Throne wish list. I like Throne. And then, of course, you could always go to USA Gundam Store. You got to have an account there. You buy a gift card at USA Gundam Store. You get a gift card code. Then you send me a whisper here on Twitch or a DM on Twitter with that gift card code. And I take that code and I use that to build a model kit, to buy and then build a model kit. You know, standard. And that is those are all the ways to support me that cost money. If you want to support me and not spend a dime, you might want to know that I have a Discord and you are welcome to join that Discord. It is a fun place full of nice people. I post build photos at the end of every stream. People post stuff they're working on. My schedule is there. It's nice. It's like a pinned comment with my schedule. You go check that out. Let's see. A couple video links. Hey, I put up a new episode of Pat Baer's Anime Club today. I finally answer the question. The thing that I have been, quote unquote, threatening to do for a while. I answer the question, why are titles for light novels so fucking long? I also give you a little bit of history of the popularization of light novels. About the time period where the light novel names started getting long, the longest one I could find in Japanese, the longest one I could find in English, and the shortest one that I could find in Japanese. And kind of talk through all of that. That short one was just one that I was like, that's very funny. Okay. But I did a lot of research for that video. It's the most research I have done for a Pat Baer's Anime Club in a very long time. I would appreciate if you checked it out. And then Baerly Rehearsed is my ongoing video series where every week I prepare a piece, rehearse it a bunch, and then hit record so that I can perform it for all of you. I have a new one that's going up for Wednesday for everybody. I'm going to quickly just see. I can't remember. Oh, this one is me I did the meme that's on TikTok where you're trying to like, you just click on a TikTok and you're seeing somebody talk. And then below it is footage from Endless Runner. And I don't know why. And I don't know why it's one particular endless runner, but it is. It's always the same endless runner. And I don't know why that is. I don't know what the deal is with that. But it is. And it's weird. So I made a video kind of about that. And it was fun for me to play with, like, trying to make it like fake vertical. And then I also made a TikTok based on that video. And that's doing, not TikTok, I made a YouTube short based on that video, which has a lot of views because shorts just lap. And maybe someday one of my shorts will actually make me some money because supposedly I can get some ad revenue off of that. I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. When my ad revenue, my AdSense goes up. Actually, let me quickly, real quick, I just want to check where we're looking at here. Because there's a threshold. I'm at $75. We'll see how I'm doing next month. I'm at $75. The goal is to get to 100, so I get a payout, and then I will build a model. I'll buy a model kit with that money, or buy several model kits. Anyway, those are all the links. We're gonna get into some anime talk. Then we'll talk some manga after that. We'll do anime first. So let's get into that. I got 2 shows to talk to you about. And then we'll talk about some manga. But also, I need to quickly drink some beverage, so we'll get into that. And we'll dramatically transition to the overhead, and we will continue to work on this, and maybe we'll get this chest put together. That would be cool. So here we go in just a moment after a dramatic transition, and a drink of water for me. Nice. Okay. Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, Season 2. Fuck. Shit has been popping off. Revelations have happened. We've learned some things about the world. And, you know, it was this thing where it was just like, all right, well, shit is hitting the fan. More shit is probably going to hit the fan soon, but these crazy kids are going to figure this stuff out. And, you know, like, it's going to take a long time to get Suletta and Mjorne, like, back on the same page. And, you know, like, it's rough and probably not perfect, but these kids are crazy enough to make it work. Mjorne accepts Suletta's mom's demand under the condition that they cut Suletta out of the revenge, out of these plans. And it's like, well, she's not going to give up the Ariel, so the Ariel is integral to doing all of this and part of the whole plan with the Quiet Zero thing and all of that. So, like, good luck. Meanwhile, Shattuck is trying to do an alliance, basically giving them the rights to the Gundam Incorporated if they help him with the election that's coming up. Alon wants Suletta to give up the Ariel, and to which is just like, because he couldn't steal it on his own, so he's going to try to forcibly take it. But then our boy Ghoul shows up. Ghoul, who is re-enrolled in school. Is this the wrong way? I have put this on backwards. Folks, I'm glad I noticed this when I did. I put this piece on backwards. I mean, I would have noticed it sooner or later because this part needs to snap into here, and it wouldn't the other way. So then this is going to snap in like that. And then this, oops, that piece falls, and then this piece falls out, and then I have to try to put it back in right before I move this back on. Oh boy. And then Elon goes into hiding. Ghoul and Suletta talk about what's going on with Ghoul. He, like, opens up to her. Uh, the low guy, the guy who was like the first mini boss in the game, like the first villain that wasn't actually a villain. He was just a dumb teen. Like, it's nice that he's opening up and talking to her. These are things that we're like, hell yeah, all right, my boy Bob. Like, trying to make things happen, try to like figure shit out. Okay, speaking of making things happen, we gotta try to make this happen. Uh, hmm. Oh, fell off again. Okay, I think this is right, and then I just have to shove this piece back in again because it doesn't want to stay where I need it to stay, which is fun. I think I'm figuring this out, and then it will fit better when I put the back piece on, which is I-10. Um, Also, our boy Bob uses this time to confess to Suletta, which is awkward. This is an awkward time, and she rejects him. But then Miorine uses this chance. This is her chance to get some shit done, because she's just like, "Hey, you confessed to my fiance. You two need to duel now. Have a duel." Miorine tells Ghoul about the deal. She's like, "Hey, I'm going to marry you. You have to win here. I will marry you. I will help you with get your company back. This is the best offer you're going to get from anybody." Because he's going to get the ownership of the Ariel if he wins. And you're like, well, that's fine. Everything's going to work out because even with these machinations, like, there's no way that Suletta is going to lose the Ariel. She's not going to lose this duel. She's beat Ghoul before. Ghoul didn't get better. And despite the fact that he is still freaked out about his dad and not emotionally in a good spot and is being used, and this deal does not really actually probably going to benefit him in any way at any point, and he's probably aware of that, Ghoul wins, and that's because Bjorn hacked Ariel to shut it down. Xander says, "Oh no, we're talking about Heartbreak Hotel. The hotel is a mobile suit." Yes, it is indeed Witch for Mercury Monday. And so we will talk about Suletta Sunday on Witch for Mercury Monday. Should also mention, as I keep fucking having a problem with this piece that wants to just pop out every time I try to do something with it, which is very, not at all frustrating. Totally cool. There's no secret. To play the villain here, Mjornde is just like, no, I hacked it. And also takes away her title as a holder. She's like, I don't need you anymore. She doesn't because Suletta's like, I'll face him again. I'll win back Ariel. I can't believe I lost. But it's like, no, I made it so you couldn't win. Also, next week is a recap. It's not an official episode. It is the recap week. It is a week off, which is good for producers to give them more time to do their shit, but is, not the best for people that want to know what's next in this story. But yeah, yes, it still frowns, yes, because people are like, well, maybe it'll be, people are desperate, and I appreciate them, that some people are like, well, sometimes the best of episodes have new information. That does not seem to be the case here. There's a chance that could be, but it does seem like, no, there's just a week off, and then they'll be back in business. That is frustrating, obviously. I am not here to tell you that is not frustrating. It certainly is. It's a bummer. We would all love to have a new episode, But my hope is that the quality of this show and this season has been so high that, and it is, it is an emotional cliffhanger here, but it is not, to me, we're not in the cliffhanger that we were from season 1 to 2 of like, what the fuck are they going to do about all this? Which obviously we did not see. But also, it is my understanding it's not part of the actual episode count. Yes, Lashbrook, it is not the next episode. It is the recap. It will probably be 0.5. It'll be listed on Crunchyroll as a 0.5, probably. Or S1, SP1 as a special. That is also another option, is that it'll show up as a special. This kit is so fucking annoying in some aspects. It is... Like, it's just... Because it has a transformation, and it has a weird transformation, it just wants me to do a lot of weird shit that doesn't make any sense. But then also it's very particular about all of the weird shit. And then pieces pop off, and it's very annoying. This kit is frustrating in many aspects. Can I even see how this is supposed to line up? Like, I know that's supposed to go there, and that's supposed to go there. But as I push these parts together, it does not link up in any way, shape, or form. And I need it to. I really need it to lock up. And it's not doing that, and that is frustrating. All right, let me get this piece back on. Shout out to Weird Transformations. I do. I do like I like a kit that it has atypical transformations, but this kit is just, it's weird. Its design is strange, and how it came together is weird. And I think I'm starting to understand why I've never seen a kit like this, because this is like an 11-year-old kit, and I was like, oh, it's odd that like I've never seen some of these transformation styles done again, and now I know why, because it's like a pain in the fucking ass. All right, to distract myself as I just bash my head against the wall trying to get this chest piece done so that I can put it on the kit and get this all together, I will distract myself by saying The Aristocrat's Otherworldly Adventure, Serving Gods Who Go Too Far, is the other show that I watched. We are still at the point where I am ahead in the manga, and so I was like, how are they going to play this episode? And they played it pretty straight, focusing on a new character, the captain of the night captain, an elf, who is also a viscount, Tiana. Tiana is an elf who seems to be older than our guy Kane. But basically, the point of this episode is she shows up, she sees how strong Kane is, she loses to him in a duel. He's like 12, and she's just like, well, I'm so happy I found the person I want to marry, because she likes to fight people who are stronger than her. Now, I should say, she is a princess. She has made this decision. She is a princess of like a country that they protect, like an independent nation they protect. So her weight carries a lot, but it does feel like the king should be like, no, you don't get to get married. He doesn't seem to want this, like, at all. Like, he doesn't seem to be interested in marrying you. Because also he is engaged to two other ladies. And so that's most of the episode. That's really the whole fucking episode. There's another thing, and the thing that I want to talk about in this episode that's actually really interesting is how they play it out. So everybody knows that this guy is super strong, right? This main character is overpowered. He's an overpowered main character. He's like unbelievable. He's just getting fucking stronger. They don't know what's going on with this guy. They think maybe he he might be the hero. He might be a divine speaker for the gods. There are 7 gods. Maybe he has like multiple gods' blessings or something. We don't know. They don't know. But the king has a hunch, and I'm gonna panel line this. I'm gonna take a break from banging my head against this. I'm gonna panel line this piece on the back, and then we'll try to get it assembled. So the king has this plan. He's like, all right, we have that, which is a book. The first king of the country, the founder of this nation, left behind a book of magic that no one has ever been able to read. But our boy reads it just fine, because Kine is from Japan, because he's a reincarnation. And he reads it, and he's just excited about it, because their language and their written word, his magic or his blessings just allow him to translate it. So to him, he's just reading a book, even though it's in Japanese, and they've never been able to read it. And that, I think, is clever, because it's not like he got like swept up in the moment and he noticed, oh, it's in Japanese, I have to pretend. To him, it looks like any other book, because now we know the founder of that nation years and years ago was a human who was reincarnated, which also makes sense because the first queen of that country was an elf, and traditionally in fantasy novels, the human from another world falls in love with an elf. So that's just like one of those things where you're like, yeah, that makes sense. That fits. So it all adds up, and they figure out like, hey, you got to tell us what's going on. And he's just like, yeah, I'm from another world. It's called Japan. I was reincarnated. And I am blessed by all the gods. And here is my status. And it's ridiculous. And then the king is kind of like, so you should probably be king. And I think he's only half kidding that he's like, you definitely do better. But Kine is like, look, I just kind of want to live my life. In my previous life, my parents died and my grandfather died and I was all alone, but I have a family here and I have friends, and it's like I have people that care about me, and I want to stay with them, which is nice, because they were like, so this anime has an overpowered main character and people who are like, it's weird how strong this boy is, huh? Like, it's weird. Like, his dad is not like a warrior or a magician, and like it's kind of in the family, but not enough. And like, what? And he's like mature for his age. Sometimes he's childish, but mostly he's mature. Like, what the fuck is going on with this dude? And they don't know. So it's kind of interesting that they're like trying to find out. And I think it was clever how they found out, how they kind of tricked him. Boy, friends, I don't know what I did wrong here. I cannot get this to work. I'm going to even take off this part just to make my life a little easier and see if I can get it like partially secured. Because if I get it like partially, okay, so that works. If I don't have this piece on, then I could do it, which makes me wonder, did I do this wrong? It's possible that this piece is wrong. So we'll go back here. Let me take a look at it and see, is this on upside down? This could be on upside down. And if it is on upside down, that would explain why it won't fit right when I put it in there. Because this fit perfectly. Which tells me that it's not, that this is all right, and then this is wrong when it fits in there. It also doesn't fit quite right here. And when I'm looking at it, I think this is on upside down, which is frustrating because now I have to disassemble it to try to get it so it's not upside down, which is work I don't want to do because I already did that work. But I think this is on upside down, and so I think I have to disassemble a lot of this, which again, I don't really want to do. So we're gonna take this off here. We'll take this off here. These are going to stay there. All right, so this also might explain why these didn't fit right, but I don't think that's Well, I think they fit fine. I just don't look particularly great. All right, so this goes here. And now I want to have this be on the other side. So these have to come off. So that came off. And that came off. Because sometimes on these kits, there'll be like a marker that makes it easy for you to know where they're supposed to go. But this one didn't really have like an up arrow. All right. I think this is now correct, but we won't know until I put it all back together. Hooray. We can talk about some manga that I've been reading here. The Devil Princess. This is a after the isekai. All right, so I'll say this. I don't quite understand what's going on here. As far as I can tell from what I've read of this, our main character is just a normal average girl. Except also she's a demon princess. That, as far as I can understand, her powers were not unlocked. They were sealed in the future. And when they sealed her, they didn't seal her mind, they just sealed her body. And her mind went back in time. And the idea was, okay, well, she's too powerful now, so we're going to send her back to the past where we can, like, in the past, defeat her. And we'll, like, have a prophecy so that people will be ready for it and will understand what's going on. And we'll send that back or something. So they sent her back in time. But in the process of rewriting time, they fucked up in that her consciousness went to a fantasy world where she was like a vampire queen, demon lady. And then at some point, she got defeated and then awoke in the past. And I know that this sounds like nonsense because it is nonsense, because very little of this show makes any fucking sense, or this book makes any kind of sense, because it's been very slow about her, like, unlocking her potential and learning what's going on. And there's like a black cat that keeps, like, that's around that, like, is kind of warning her about things, but is not talking to her, which would be helpful if she had like that, if she had like a guide. Meanwhile, there is somebody from a fantasy world who is trapped on this world and trying to get back to that fantasy world and needs a portal opened up. And then there also is an exorcist guy who is, who's around and trying to figure things out. And they're all kind of wrapped up together in this conspiracy where most likely the exorcist is supposed to defeat this girl, but maybe her powers weren't ever going to get unlocked if she hadn't been attacked by other people and sent to the past. She wouldn't have gone to that fantasy world. And then also there are monsters and stuff that show up, but maybe the hero from the other world is supposed to defeat them, but maybe he's there because of her. And I don't want to tell you the Devil Princess is good, because I don't think it's that good. I do like post isekais, and this seems to be kind of that, because it's in the modern Japan with a lot of fantasy shit thrown in there. And I do like that. So I do like those. And also, I do like stories where we have a female lead. I think a female lead is great. I think this book, I should say, not show, this book is so focused on world building that it neglects to tell the story of who she is. And there was some gore and violence that came in the first couple episodes that has not been replicated. So it's not even, I think, that good for people who are just looking for any kind of story that is like that, or like revenge. Because, like, yes, she brutally attacked a lot of people that were looking to kill her for land development. Like, they wanted to seem like the place was dangerous, so they kidnapped a girl. who just happened to be a devil, the devil princess. So I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's good, if it's a good story. All right, I have gotten this mostly on, except for this one piece popped off, but this all fits and feels better than it did before because I definitely did that part wrong. So, hooray! Now I just need to. Fucking fuck. Now I just need to get this one piece in, but no, that's actually not it because this all came apart. I thought I'd fix this. I didn't. So, Devil Princess. It's totally fine. Yeah. I don't necessarily recommend it, but I don't think it's bad. Again, taking a break from figuring this thing out by doing some panel lining on here. I saw some panels. This kit is great for panel lining. If you like panel lining, this is a good kit. If you like getting frustrated by an 11-year-old kit, this is good too. Oh, Pat, have you been watching Birdie Wing? No, Sandra, I have not. I did not enjoy what I watched of the first season, so I ended up stopping watching the first season. Birdie Wing is the show that I understand a lot of people really like, and I just never got into it. And maybe someday I'll give it another try, but I could not get into it in the beginning. I know plenty of folks that enjoy it, and I'm glad that they're getting more of it. I'm glad they're getting more of it so soon. But yeah, it just didn't do anything for me. It's not a show that I'm like mad that people like it or anything like that, because everybody's got a couple shows where they're like, I don't understand why this is popular and why people are so into it. But that's not my case. I just know that I gave that show, I believe, 4 episodes. It's been a good palate cleanser after watching Gundam. Yeah, for me, it's Aristocrat's Otherworldly Adventure, the Adventures of Kine, the overpowered main character, where the biggest problem is that like more and more women keep wanting to get engaged to him. Like that's his biggest life problem right now. Is he's just got 3 fiancés, and that's too many fiancés. Like that's or his inventory is getting too full because of all the giant monsters that he captures. So that's my like, and then on Tuesdays, I got a cheat ability in a different world and became extraordinary even in the real world, which is another overpowered main character, but this is a good boy main character guy who's just trying his goddamn best, and is, basically succeeding in trying his goddamn best. And there's a good Fenrir pup named Knight. No K, just an N. It's very good dog. That there's a good pupper in that series. And that's my that is another oh yes, this is a palate cleanser from the sadness that is Suletta Sunday. Now I want to hear from you, friends. What are you watching? What are you playing right now? You got anything going on? You've been to the movies? You're playing video games? Diablo 4 early access is coming. They said it was June 2nd to June 6th. That's mostly so that or June 6th, the main launch starts on June 6th. They've said that mostly because that's in all territories, but it technically starts June 1st at 4 p.m. Pacific, so that's 7 p.m. Central. The early access to the deluxe and ultimate editions for Diablo is in June. And then the main launch is June 5th at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're like, hey, if you were I need Diablo, that's when Diablo is happening. And that it sounds pretty good. Sounds like there's going to be some good Diablo. Okay, so I believe that I have gotten this completed here. That this is what I need. But then when I look at this, I should theoretically be able to lift all of this up and turn it. But when I did that, it all fell apart. So right now, what I can't do is I can't lift it. This should go up, and it should actually like go straight up like this. But when I do that, it doesn't want to, and it fights me, and that's not good. So I have to. I'm going to pop this out here. Pop this back piece out here. Can I pop this back piece out? Because this should theoretically pop up forward, and if it doesn't, that's bad. Because it does that, like no problem. But it should theoretically raise up. And I don't want to break it. And I think I'm gonna if I do this wrong. So I'm going to take these off here. Take this off. Because, yeah, looking at these rules, or looking at this here, this should be able to rise up. And it doesn't want to. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. I got it. All right. So I got it up. Now I theoretically should be able to put it down and then lock it in place. Oof, this kit. Let's see. Xander's been reading a ton of gender bender manga. Girl's Heart at High School Boy is my current favorite translation. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I've been seeing you on a co-host talking about some of the stuff that you've been reading. Crazy finally watched Legends of Vox Machina Season 1. Nice, nice. Lord Crashton says, I watched the trailer for Meg 2, and it's gotten me to watch the first movie to see how we got to this dumb sequel. The first one is nonsense. Like, I don't know if either, I don't remember who did, but either the Flophouse or How Did This Get Made? One of those podcasts did Meg, and so I didn't watch the movie, but I heard a podcast. I think it might have been both, but I definitely think it was Flophouse did it. I can't remember, but I remember specifics of that and thinking that was nonsense and sounded like good nonsense though. So yes. Oh nice, you started watching Kaji. That's cool. Aristocrat, seeing if you can finish the Jedi game before the new Zelda. Good luck on all that. Come on. I'm still playing Persona 4 Golden with mods. I'm almost to the point where Rise is going to show up because we've met her and we saved her, but she's still recuperating because I did it in one setting instead of over several sessions. So, because I'm cheating. I also am starting the process of the convoluted nonsense that I have to do in order to get a fishing pole in the game, and I didn't remember it being this difficult last time, but apparently it is a nightmare to get that fishing pole. So I'm doing all the stuff I need to do for that. Okay. Now theoretically, I can push this down, and this part is going to slide in here where the neck is. Okay, that's down. Now, I can lift this up, and then I have to be wary of this piece here. But I can now, this should fold down over the head, being very careful not to break the V-fin. Okay. That's now come down. And then I'm just going to pull the V-fin out. Okay, and I could pop this up. And then this comes down. And then this is going to fold down. Nope. Ah! Ugh! I feel like I'm only going to transform this kit once. When we complete this kit and it's time to like, oh, now we're going to put it in flight mode, then that's going to be it. And I'm never going to put it back because a piece fell off and I don't know where it went over here. This is, I don't know if I have ever worked on a kit that is frustrating. Outside of that, there are 8 meg books. Okay, that makes sense. Um, uh, Friends might remember the Optimus Prime kit that we put together, which at the time was the kit that I hated the most. That was the most difficult kit I'd ever put together and was my top least liked kit. And this could theoretically top that. This might be a kit that I like even less than that. We're going to have to remove this here because this came apart, and so I have to get this fixed before I can move this back in here. If there's anything I didn't panel line, I'm going to do this off stream so that when we, because we just have to work on the side skirts here, and like the side skirts are the thing that we're going to work on next, and then we're going to work on like the actual arms as well, and the shoulders, and then we've got to work on the backpack shield components. Got to put all that together, and then the weapons. So we're not going to finish this on Thursday. But I would like to get this chest done tonight. Lots of stickers or water stickers? What's worse? Lots of stickers is fine. I am used to that. I am used to a lot of stickers. Important stickers being water slides, I don't like. I think all water slides should be bonus extra cool shit and not stuff you have to do. But here's the thing. I'm predisposed because I like a lot of weird kits. And weird kits don't get made unless they're variations of existing kits. Like whole cloth, new weird kits don't get made. So I am predisposed to be okay with color correcting stickers. Like a lot of color correcting stickers I think is fine. But necessary water slides, I'm always like, don't do that. But yes, I apologize that I am so frustrated today with this kit. I have now gotten us to the point where I am back to, we should be able to put this together again. We're going to try one more time here. We should be at the point where I can, we're going to try one more time to slide this chest down in place. And there is a peg of some sort that I need to interlock in that I haven't figured out yet. Nope, Lord Crashington. Frustration is no fun. Frustration puts the R in fun. Why won't you work? Okay. So, this goes down into this piece and locks in. Multiple parts fall off the kit, and I have to put them back on. And I will. Because they will not work right. It will be hard for me to put them on later. So multiple parts need to go back on this kit before I can continue doing what I want to do with it. Just put it together. That's why I stay away from the Souls games. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not a bang my head against the wall kind of player. Okay. So, now, this should fall right off again and be fucking frustrating. Cool. Thank you. Okay. This should slide into place here. All right, it did. That slid into place. Now, you can take this up and over. We did that. And then it's over. And then this should lift up. And it does. And then a piece flies away, and then a piece falls off. That constantly does that, and I don't know why, but it just fucking does every time. And then this falls apart again, and I get fucking furious about it. Because look, it just fell apart again for no reason. Don't know why it did that, but it did. It just fell apart. It just fell apart. It just fell apart. No reason. Pull you like that. Okay. If I pull like that, that theoretically might make things better. We're going to find out. We're going to find out if that fixes anything. I'm going to give it a little more slack than I was previously. We're going to see if that slack helps out. And this isn't right. Thing is, what I'm desperately trying to be careful of is, what I don't want to do is get frustrated and try to force anything to happen, because that will break things. And because a lot of this is like, swing this around, bend this over here, turn it that way, because it's doing a lot of that, I am very genuinely afraid that if I force something, it is just going to fall apart and break. And then because it is a particular way, I won't be able to fix that with liquid cement, which is, you can fix some problems with liquid cement, but this is not one of them. And this also might be something that if I just stop doing it tonight, and say I'm going to do it, tomorrow, and it'll be ready for Thursday's stream and all that maybe it'll magically all work out. Like, I could just do that, and it could instantly just be fine. But I would like to accomplish this part here and to be able to say, like, no, we did it. Here it is. Here's the parts all together. Here's the chest done. Breaks can be good. You're not wrong. But I would like to accomplish this. I would like to have this chest section done. Why won't this fit anymore? This used to work. It used to work fine. This was not the problem. This piece was not the issue at all. And suddenly this piece is the issue. It's really weird. Because I don't know why this is suddenly being annoying. Okay, so why are you suddenly a jerk? You weren't before. This piece was not a problem. It fit fine. And I don't want to take this off the frame again because I'm so worried about it snapping. No idea why this is being like this. Okay. Are you in the right spot now? Yes, you are in the right spot. Now I can put this piece on here. Okay, so that's on. Okay. Now I just need this piece to fit in here and not be weird. My next stream will be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. It is another WWE 2K23 stream. That's right. I've got 8 matches. They're all recorded. I did them in advance, and I will be doing live commentary on CPU versus CPU matches in WWE 2K23. We've got all titles on the line and some surprises happening. Some new characters. He's on the cover of the game. We finally had a match with John Cena in it. And so I was happy to finally have John Cena in there. Because I waited a really long time before I had Rey Mysterio. Yeah, and I think it was some good matches, some good lineups. And again, live commentary from me as if it's happening in real time, not running in the game, or, not running the game, just have it going. Okay. I don't know why I can't get this piece to sit right. I'm going to try one more thing here. Okay. Nope. Yeah, I just don't know why. Why do I have so many? Why is this kit so fucking frustrating? I was in a good mood coming into this. I was like happy to work on this kit because it looks so fucking cool, and Manga Monday and Witcher Mercury Monday, and I was like, oh, this could be good to talk about some stuff, and we'll get into it. And this kit is weird, but it's gonna look rad when we get done with it. Okay, so we start with that low. We put this in here like this. That piece falls out again. We try to get this piece back in again. It's Garfield Monday. Yeah, I guess so. All right, that piece goes in again. We pull these out as far as we can because we want to have as much clearance as possible. So we pull these arm spots out as much as we can. We fit this in from the back. Good going on here. Oh, cool. Some weird thing about my JetBlue's let me know their website is being worked on, which is like cool. I don't have any flights on JetBlue. Thanks, JetBlue, but we're good. All right, so then this is going to go like that. This is going to pop up like it does. This will come down. This will go like that. This will like look weird. This has got to raise up more. Raise up more. And then all right. And then let me look to see how this is supposed to look. This does not look right. This piece came off again. Why the fuck does this piece keep coming off? I'm just swearing now. This is fun. All right, well. This does not go down far enough. Hmm. Sorry, I'm getting quiet. I'm just like trying to figure out what I did wrong about this thing. Now I can't even get this up. I had this right for a second there. Now I can't even get this piece over the head anymore. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. I have now. Yeah, okay. 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 I just have to get this piece to fit in where it needs to go. And then we're good. All right. I have to figure out on my own time. This one piece does not want to sit in there. I don't know why. I can't bang my head against it anymore. I am going to put in the V-fin, which I took out to make things easier, to put this on and open and close this. So we're going to pop this open some, stick this down in here. Try to move away from the mic as I side into it. Okay. All right. These pop down in here. I'm not gonna. Hello. Yes, thank you. I have done a lot of real grades. I have had very good luck with real grades. I did what at the time I believed to be the worst real grade, which is the Wing Gundam, which was my least favorite real grade of all of them. This is my new least favorite real grade. This kit makes no fucking sense and is nonsense and looks fantastic, but is just completely bizarre and weird. I don't like it. I can't wait to be done with this kit. I have put these fins in before, and they were fine. And I don't know why they're not fine right now, but they're not. So guess what? This kit doesn't have V-fins at the moment because I am so frustrated that I am not going to get these V-fins to work right. So this kit is incomplete at the moment. But we got the chest done. And that's important. So we got the chest done, and there are stickers that go on the back here, that go on these spots here, and we will do those on Thursday, because I'm not doing them now. Oh, and also when the shoulder is complete, we will be putting a sticker on one of the shoulders. But this, we don't have to put on any other stickers here on the chest at all. But again, we will have to do that on the back here, on this back piece here, which we will do in the future. But right now, we are done working on this kit. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me. Thank you for hanging out past my normal stream time, because it is, of course, after 11. We usually wrap up a little before 11, but I wanted to get this chest done because I just don't want to have to do this on Thursday. And now I don't have to do it on Thursday stream. On Thursday stream, we can start working on the rest of the sides of this kit. Work on the skirt and get that done. And that's great. That'll be lovely. We can work on that then. To finish up for the evening, we are going to raid. That is how we end every stream around here, is we're going to go find someone doing cool shit out there on the internet and go hang out with them. So I hope people will come along on this raid with me as we go find out what some people are up to. Mary Kish is playing a game called Space Gladiators. I don't know anything about Space Gladiators, but I do know that Mary Kish rules. And I know that her community is great, so we're going to go give Mary a raid. While I get this set up, I'll remind you, my friends, that my next stream, my next build stream is on Thursday at, my next build stream is Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern as we continue working on this kit. But what we're going to do right now is raid Mary, and what I'm going to do tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, you can see me at 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, as I, of course, watch CPU versus CPU matches in WWE 2K23. I already played them ahead of time, and now I'm going to be playing them for you and doing live commentary. That's tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. Join me for that fun bonus stream. Thank you all so much for being here. Thanks for coming along on this raid. We're going to go hang out with Mary Kish, who rules. I hope you have a great night. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye.